Freshfigures.com, featuring all of your favorite action figure brands and much more. Freshfigures.com. Get them while they're fresh.
Neck Apocalypse weekend rages on. Figures of action here, and today we're taking a look at Neca's TYRAEL action figure from Heroes of the Storm. I recently got my hands on this figure. I wasn't sure that I was going to pick it up, but after picking up Arthas the Lich King and seeing what a fantastic figure that was, I decided to pick up this one as well. The figure can stand fair enough on its own. I like the look of the stand for some of these bigger deluxe figures. So I've got mine on an Infinite Moon stand from freshfigures.com. But let's take him off the stand and get into the review. Figure came in the Neca clamshell packaging, as you saw in the pictures at the beginning of the review. I had, picked up another figure. I'd passed on this one and I'd picked up another one, and then I started thinking about this one that I hadn't got. And I started looking at pictures and I started watching reviews, and I was like, man, that is one fantastic figure. I'm going to have to go back and get it. The sculpt on this guy, the paint, the detail, all top notch, all amazing stuff from Neca. So let's take a closer look. The sword, the pommel comes apart so that you can easily get it in and out of his hand. The hands are a hard plastic, not a soft plastic you would find on some action figures that makes it easier to get their weapons in and out of their hands. So the bottom part of the pommel of the sword comes off to allow you to remove it from his hand easily and then slide it back into his hand. So the pommel just slides on the end there. And you take it off and put it in his hand and then put it back on. It's a slightly different but similar design to another figure that I have that I'll be reviewing soon as well. The sword is awesome. The articulation on the figure is pretty good as well. I love these wings. So these wings that he has are ball jointed so that they can go back, forward, go up, down. I mean, they've got their own joint there. The wings do. So they can go slightly back, slightly forward. They can go up, they can go down. I mean, you can get these things into a variety of poses, and they're not hard plastic. They're somewhat flexible. They're not as soft as the plastic here on the armor. This is more rubbery, and it's glued at the back, not the front, so it doesn't hinder the articulation, although it does look a little strange that you try to put his arm that far up, but the arm will still go out quite a bit. If I can, I don't think I've broke that joint yet. Broken in that joint yet. Yeah, the arm will still go out quite a bit even without putting that up. The headpiece, there's no face in there. There's a hole. It goes with the character. From, I want to say, the Diablo series of video games. This character is also featured in the new Heroes of the Storm that these figures are from. I don't play video games, I collect action figures. I've got a friend that plays video games, and he said that he had seen this guy in one or more of the Diablo games. I think it's a fantastic looking figure. I love the little details, the paint applications. I mean, the guy looks freaking amazing. We'll talk a little bit here about the articulation. The head can go slightly side to side and a little bit up and down. Not a lot, but then the armor does get in the way. There's a collar there around the hood that restricts the movement a little bit, but I mean, it would be hard to fully flesh out the hood without it bumping into the collar. So it doesn't take away from the figure for me. This figure is more about looks for me than having that articulation at the neck. And I think that that's a great effect still with the hollowed out hood. He has ball jointed shoulders, the upper bicep swivel. There is, I believe, a hinge and swivel at the elbow, but it is slightly hindered by the armor here. This gauntlet that goes up over the forearm. He has hinge and swivel wrists, so the wrists will rotate and they will go slightly back and forth, but again hindered by the gauntlet. He has a diaphragm joint there, but I don't believe he has a waist swivel as well. Just a diaphragm joint look like, and the material being rubber, it turns with him on the front, but not on the back. He's got the ball jointed hips. Again, all this armor rubber, so it doesn't get in the way of the movement. The upper thigh swivel that you can't see for all the armor there. There's the ball there. Ball hinge knees that allow to turn this way, but also give it a left and a right. Ball hinged ankles as well. The articulation may not be as much as we've seen on some other figures, but what we don't have in articulation, they more and make up for in sculpt and paint. This is an amazingly striking looking figure, should you happen to see it in person. It's just all the little details that they put into it, into the paint and into the sculpt, really amaze me. These different paints here, these different colors, the markings, the fact that the wings are on their own ball joint so that they can swivel up, down, and out. Amazing stuff from Neca. Hey Z, can you give me a hand? I'd like to see how tall this figure is. I'll wait on my assistant. He goes the other way.
Oh.
You want to do it?
Your waist is about 7 pounds.
Almost 7 inches. Looks like he's about
No, don't
6
say,
and
don't say it. No, don't say it. Start over.
right about 6.5 inches. A TYRAEL stands at about 6.5 inches. Hell, he might be a little bit taller if I put his legs all the way together. Let's see if I can make him taller. Nope. Still about 6.5 inches. This is an amazing figure that you may think that you want to pass on, but I'm telling you now, you will not be disappointed. This figure may be a little light on articulation, but with the sculpt and the armor, I really think that Neca did as much as they could with this. I've seen some of the video, the cinematics from Blizzard featuring this character, and this is pretty spot on from what I could tell. I haven't played the games, not much of a gamer. I collect action figures instead.
Is this made by Toys R Us or a different company?
It's made by Neca.
No. I meant what place did it come from? Target?
It actually came from Toys R Us.
My pet's definitely going to say Toys R Us. Let me see.
All right. Well, that's about it for today's video. This has been a Figures of Action review of the new Neca Heroes of the Storm TYRAEL action figure. Do you have anything to add?
Subscribe, comment, and below. Did you know I have you little cats I got from Toys R Us, and this came from Toys R Us too? I have little kids. You want to see them? Everybody is okay. I showed them.
You can show them one real quick.
Okay.
Stop trying to hijack my video.
This is my favorite one.
Very nice. All right. Well, thanks for watching.